Well, hello there, and this is Auntie, and I am here to do my review on a 90-Day Fiance Just Landed. If this is your first time being here, please like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. And to all of my new subscribers, thank you all so much for joining the family. To all of my nieces and nephews who have been here with me for the long haul, thank you. And a special shout out to those members with those green icons. Okay. Welcome, members. This is my first members only live, and I am so excited to be doing this. Okay, y'all. So I took my time out and looked at Just Landed, right? As we all know, Just Landed is a show that is on TLC on the Go app. Bitch, I see why it's on the app, okay? I see why it did not make it to mainstream television. This was a bunch of bullshit right here, okay? I did not like not one other people, so I'm so glad that I don't have to review these bitches every week. I didn't like any of them, and I didn't like their storylines. I just was like, this is a bunch of fracking bull crackle, and TLC needs to stop this bull crap. But we're going to go ahead on and review this. We're going to talk about this, and then we're going to be out of here, okay? Because I got some other member-only information that I need to give to y'all, okay? So we started off, y'all, with, I'm just going to go couple by couple, okay? That's right. Hit that thumbs button. If y'all members, and if y'all members, y'all should be the first ones hitting the damn thumbs up button, okay? Okay. Let me find out that the members onlys are the ones that don't be hitting the thumbs up. Oh. Okay, so anyway. So the first couple that I want to introduce to you all is Kendall and Hattie. Okay, Kendall is 25 years old. She's an asset manager, and she lives in Boca, Florida. Okay, and then we got Hattie, who's 25, and guess where he from? Yup, you guessed it, bitch, Tunisia. And what happened with the two of these people, okay, was that she met him on social media. She said that he started following her on social media. And so she said that, he was following her. He was fine. He was dark and tall and handsome. He had a nice beard. He was dressed neat. He was all this. And he started following her. And she said that, she was like, okay, well, why is he following me? He's so damn fine. Why would he be following a bitch like me? And so she said that soon after that he unfollowed her ass. And so then she said, okay, after he unfollowed her, she was like, okay, then why this bitch is unfollowing me? And so she sent him a nasty gram and was like, I think it's rude as hell for you to follow me and then unfollow me, and basically cussed him out. And so after that, he started following her again. She says that, the two of them hit it off really well and everything. And he asked her, after a couple of months, when are you going to come out to see, after 2 months, he said, when you going to come out to see me? She said, bitch, I'm on the flight right now. So she leaves and go on the flight and flies over to Tunisia. And she said when she saw him, she just knew that this was her damn husband, okay? Now, I ain't never had that feeling before, but this is the feeling that she had, okay? So we're going to go head on with it. So she said that, after that, he held her hand and he never let it go. But her parents didn't let it go. Because the parents don't like his ass. All right? At all. They feel like that he hooked up with her because she has money. Or her parents has money. Now, she's an asset manager, okay? Don't take a rocket scientist to do that. And she's met this guy. She's head over heels in love with him. The first time she said that she flew out to Tunisia, so I'm assuming that she's been out there a couple of times. He decided to propose to her and the bitch accepted. So now we see her at home in her apartment trying to get herself together and everything for his arrival because they have already filled out the K1 visa and everything. She is a family friend by the name of Gwen. Gwen was the one who sold her a house or whatever it was. And so Gwen is a family friend. She's been, okay, yeah. She's been a pseudo mom to her, because her mom and her dad have cut her off. She said her dad has completely cut her off, but her mom is trying to stay there because at the end of the day, she's an only child. Like, she is an only child. They don't have any other children. And they're extremely disappointed in her. And she said that they told her, bitch, we disappointed that you would do something like this. But she believes that this is the man of her life. And she believes that she's got to, start her own path and create her own life and all of that kind of stuff. And I'm saying, do what you do with the woo woo and the boo boo boo. So she is over at the house and she's talking to Gwen about the situation, and she is going to have a welcome party that she's hoping that her mother comes to and all of that. So she's talking to Gwen, and Gwen is basically asking her, dumbass, are you going to, do you really believe this is real? She's like, yeah, I believe that this is real. And I believe that he, sincerely loves me and all of this. And I believe he's the perfect man for me. That's what all they asses say. And Gwen is like, okay, well, if the relationship doesn't work between the two of you all, Kendall, are you going to have to be taking care of him? She said, well, no, he's going to be working. She said, well, where is he going to be working at? What is he going to be doing? She said, well, his goals and his aspirations is to be a boxer. Bitch, are you serious? He think he gonna fly his ass over here and be a boxer. Hold on, let me make sure I give y'all their ages. She's 25 and he's 25. And he think that he's going to be a boxer here in the United States of America at 25 fucking years old. Bitches, you... Bitch, are you crazy? He's a kid with a kid imagination, okay? If you're going to box here in America, let me tell you something, honey. You came out the cradle boxing. That's something you get very early on. But anyway, so the lady is like, okay, well, you didn't answer my question. What is he going to be? What is he going to do? Are you going to be responsible? She said, well, I've never looked at the relationship failing. Okay. So we see her go to the airport to pick him up. The TLC producers and everybody are there. And, she's texting him and she's like, I don't know why he won't, text me back. Bitch, he's in the air. Okay? So, of course, she finally gets in contact with him. He tell her that he was in immigration for 3 hours, okay? And so now he's on his last leg to come here to America. She picks him up from the airport, and this bitch got a pink suitcase. And I mean, when I say a pink suitcase, he got a pink suitcase. And that would have just raised my eyebrow up, and I would have been like, but we ain't going nowhere with that pink suitcase because there's no way in the world that you can explain that away. Now, I can see, if you had a little bag that, maybe your little niece gave you something and it had like, some plums and some peanuts and, stuff like that for you to have on the damn, airplane. But when you get off of there and you got almost an army duffel bag, big a suitcase that's huge as hell and this bright, vibrant pink. It ain't a soft pink, bitch. This is like one of the... like this is a fluorescent pink, okay? I would have been looking at him with the straight up side eye because it is eternal. And she actually mentioned something about the pink suitcase. So I don't know if she sent him the pink suitcase or what happened, but the bitch had a pink suitcase. Okay, so, she has all these balloons for him. She's very excited and she's happy that he's here and they're hugging and spinning around. Of course, TLC wants, you to do all of that. And on the way home, going to the home, they get in an Uber and they're going home, and she says, we're getting ready to make a stop. And he's like, to where? And she's like, to a boxing ring. And he's like, as tired as I am, bitch, I've been flying for damn near 24 hours and you want me to stop at a boxing arena? So they stop at a boxing gym, okay? And she has it all set up. He says that he's tired. He tells the young man that he just got back from Tunisia. He tells her in the Uber, and she says, well, just try to do the best that you can. Okay. When I get in that ring and I bounce up against that rope, When I bounce on that route, I'm going to hell to sleep, okay? I'ma act like a bitch knocked me out because I'ma get my sleep. So he gets in the ring and they start sparring and all of that kind of stuff. And basically the guy asked him how old he was and he told him that he was 25. Oh my god. Oh god. Excuse me, y'all. I don't know what that's about. He tells him that he's 25, and he's like, you're rather old to do this, but you know what? Anything is possible. This is America, and anything is possible. And she's just grinning and grinning and grinning. So they leave there, they go to the house, and she starts talking to him about this difficult conversation that he's going to have with her family. She says she's not trying to pressure him or put this on him, but this conversation is going to have to happen. He says, look, I can talk to your mom and I can talk to your dad and I can do all of that. He said, but one thing they're not going to do is make me miserable like you. And I just was like, okay, I hope she took that to the chin because I don't blame him. He says that his family was very open and welcoming to her, and they really did like her, and he was expecting to get the same love, the same affection, and the same welcome committee as she did, but he didn't. And so, while he understands that and he knows that she is pushing for her family's acceptance, he told her flat out, I'm not going to, allow your parents to put that kind of pressure on me. And so, she now goes over to the house and she has a welcome party, and Gwen is there. She's expecting her mom to be there. She knew that the dad wasn't coming, but she was expecting the mom. Her mother did not come because she said there was a tropical storm and she just wasn't going to drive in it. But at the end of the day, the mother has to live with the husband. And the husband is not supportive. And you know how old school is. Come on, y'all. Y'all know how old school is. She got to live with that man for the rest of her damn life, or at least the rest of his. And in order to keep the peace in her home, she's going to go head on and flow with the dad. She's not going to take her chances and come there for her, and be there for her daughter. I mean, it just is what it is. Is it right? No, hell no, it's not right. Because we should always put our children first in a relationship, okay? But she is a product of that relationship, and that probably was something that had been going on a long time, because this girl just seems like she needed acceptance. Because even when she was talking to Gwen, she was like, Gwen, you know what I've been through. And so, there's probably been some turmoil between her and her parents for a very long time. And then this was just the tip of the iceberg for them. And so they didn't come, but all her friends and everybody did come, and they really greeted him. And Gwen said that she believed that that she had made a really good choice. 2 weeks later, she marries him at the Justice of the Peace. And they look very happy and everything. And they are living their best damn life. Okay, so what I found out from looking at Just Landed, the bitch was over before it got started, okay? They gave us a summation of, or at least an up-to-date, they gave us an update on the couples. They are married. They did get married, like I said, 2 weeks after his arrival. She said because she needed him to work. And, she said that she needed him to work when they were laying in the bed. And he was saying, well, maybe I can save $500 a month. And I'm saying $500 a month is, come on, like, what is that? I spent more than that just now, a couple of weeks ago with Twyla, taking her to the damn veterinarian. $500 a month ain't paying for jack. One thing that I'm noticing, the more you make, bitch, the more you spend. Okay? So let me go to this next couple, okay? Their names, Miss Michelle, was Kendall and Hattie. Kendall and Hattie. So the next couple that I'm going to talk about is Ray. Ray is 31 years old. He's from Salinas, California. He is a cable technician, okay? And he met Angelique, who is 31 years old, living in Dubai as a secretary. But she is from the Philippines. So when we met Ray, Ray said that he had been married before. He said he was married in a loving relationship and his wife cheated on him. And I said, bitch, with that neck, I probably would have cheated too. Okay. So Ray had, was brokenhearted, thought he had to, but only farted. And basically he divorced this young lady, or she divorced him, or whatever, based on the infidelity in the relationship. And so he decided to be by himself for 2 years, I guess, to get himself together. And he decided after his 2 year sabbatical that he would begin to start traveling. Okay. He said that he was looking for a travel buddy. And so he went and he had a fetish for Filipino women. Okay. Women from the Philippines. So guess where he went, y'all? To that good old FilipinoCupid.com, bitch. And he met Angelique. Angelique said she got a fetish for white people. Angelique said, I'm into the foreigners. I'm into, that white skinny. I just like white people. And I was like, they bold as hell. You just coming flat out and just like, I like the white man. And I'm saying, is this inappropriate? It just didn't feel good. You understand what I'm saying? At least say that I'm down with the swirl. She grew up in a household with 8 brothers and sisters. And when she was living in the Philippines, and she decided to go to Dubai in order to be able to earn more money to take care of her family. So she had been living in Dubai for 10 years. But she wanted to come to America. She said she had a fetish for white men in America, okay? Like, damn. So when he reached out on Philippine.com, she did too. And they met one another, and they said that it was just love at first sight. They said that they have been dating one another for at least 2 months, where they've actually been together, because they had traveled multiple times together to Thailand and Japan and to where else did they say? I believe they said Finland and different places. So the combination of all of those trips equaled up to 2 months. And so, the two of them decided that they want to be, married to one another. And so she is giving up her career in Dubai to fly here to be with, what's his damn name? He was so insignificant. Ray. So she flies here, from Dubai. We see her packing her apartment up in Dubai. And she flies here and everything. And we find out that this mofo has lied to her. See, Ray, with that little short neck and that short body, told her that he had not told his family. He told her that he was having this big fiesta at the house with his family, and that they were so happy that she was going to be there. But the family thought that she was just a travel buddy. They had no idea that they were officially dating one another. They had no idea that he had applied for the K-1 visa. They had no idea that he did any of this. And so she, being a family-oriented person, this girl packed up and moved to Dubai to make more money to take care and support her family, which is the same thing her ass going to be doing when she get here, okay? But anyway, so she decides that, she's going to go, she's going to leave everything, move in with him, and, become his wife in 90 days. So she gets to the airport and everything, and they're greeting one another, and, they're all happy, and he brought her a big bouquet of flowers and all of that, and she's just happy as she could be. He lies to her while she is still en route to get there about this big reunion that his family is going to have, and how happy they are to, meet her and to welcome her into the family. Family is everything to her, and he knows that. And he made an excuse. The first excuse he made for not telling her, the first excuse he made for not telling her the truth about the status of his family was because he said he was protecting her from being stressed out. Then the second excuse that he made was that, he didn't want his family to feel some kind of way or feel like he was being desperate or that he was making a mistake again by marrying her because, he had already, previously fucked up in a relationship. So she gets in the car. She's happy as she can be. And he tells her, my family don't have a clue that you're here. They don't have a clue that we're getting married. They don't have a clue about you whatsoever. And she's devastated. She's like, if why did you wait until I got here to tell me that? I don't even want to meet them now. But he did that strategically, and he said that he did it strategically. So they arrive at the family's house. She's walking through the house, and of course, she is scared to death. She walks in, and the whole family see her because they did have a little fiesta. And so the family meets her and everything, and then he blurts out at the table and tells everybody that she is here on a K-1 visa and that he has to marry her in 90 days. His mother damn near had a stroke. Like everybody at the table, his siblings, everybody was like, what the hell? But one thing about them, they were gracious enough to accept this girl in. They didn't like the way that he did it. They were completely and totally shocked. He told them that he felt like if he had told them in advance that they were going to, judge him based on his past relationship. And so I'm like, what'd you say, boo? Okay. So, so basically, they went to the court building 45 days after she arrived, and they got married, and they've been happy. She said she bored as hell because she was working in Dubai for 10 years. And as you know, we all know Dubai is just the hustle and the bustle. And she said that she's bored with sitting in the home. He said that he's going to, he wanted to marry her to make sure he was able to get her a car and so she can get employment and she can do what she needs to do. And at the end of the day, as a cable technician, I'm sure he's not making a whole lot of money to be able to continue to support her like that anyway. Ain't like she's going to be able to be a stay-at-home mom. So, it just is what it is with their boring asses, too. The last couple that I want to talk about is Cole and Maria. Okay, so Cole is 28 years old. He is from Green Bay. Okay? He is a chef living with his parents. And he is engaged to Maria, who is 24 from Bogota, Colombia. And she is a student studying to be an industrial engineer. She came here on a vacation to North Carolina, okay, down in the Carolinas. And he was a chef there, probably for the summer interning and everything, because he was a straight frat boy. And he met her. But the trick of the whole fucked up thing about it is he met her, but the bitch was engaged. And I mean, I'm talking about good and engaged. He was in a relationship with a young woman, okay, for 9 years, bitch. 9. And he is a chef. He goes to a club, he meets her and says, I wanted to get her phone number because I wanted to get to know her. But you are engaged to someone. Your whole family knows. She's been a part of the family for 9 years. So he's in a relationship with her, sleeping with her, doing everything with her, just a dirty, stank frat boy. Until she finds out that he has a whole fiance. 7 months. He was toying back and forth, playing the fiddle with both of these women. 7 months. So when she found out about it, she told him, bitch, either it's going to be me or her. She rode up out of this camp. He said that he was with his fiance for convenience. What? What do you mean convenience? What the fuck is convenience? You in a relationship with me for convenience? Like, how that work? Like, how you do that? How do you do that? 9 years? Even the family was disappointed. The mother said, I was like a second mother to this girl. She was woven into the fabric of this family. And it's hard for me to try to make an adjustment to another woman. But he said after 3 days of her going back to Colombia, that he could not stay in a relationship. He said he regrets not telling the truth in the beginning and severing the relationship with his fiance and trying to have both of these women at the same time. You bitch, you lying bitch. Don't nobody believe that garbage. But anyway, he is bringing her in to live with his mom and his stepdad. And I kept wondering, because he had this weird look to him, okay? And I'm assuming that his father is African American, because he's one of those type people that you kind of, you're looking like, But when they had a welcoming committee and I saw all those African American children, them little mixed children, then I said, okay, all right, okay. It's nothing wrong with it. I just knew that he just looked different. And he has this wonderful stepdad. He was in the kitchen cooking, and they seem like they have a very close knit family. So when we meet Maria has a very close knit family in Colombia, and they're very conservative. Okay, and so she is excited about coming to America, but she's not excited about leaving her family. And so she, we see her making the journey here, and he's excited, and he has a best friend named Carrie, okay? Carrie's like me, okay? Straight no chaser. So she asks him, come on, Cole. You was just engaged to Wooty Wooty Woo, because nobody would say her name. And now you get married to somebody else. And you know what the fucked up part about it is? Here it is that he's been with this woman. She was good enough for him for 9 years. And he couldn't even commit to her. He couldn't even marry her after 9 years. But you meet another bitch, okay, that you think is, a hot tamale. And you marry her in less than a year. Men will do let me tell you, men will do some stuff like that to you. You ever had a girlfriend that was involved with somebody all this time? And then, they break up. And the next thing you know, 2.5 hours later, he's married to somebody else. This is he pulled. And I just was like, what was it about her that she didn't have after 9 years? See, you got all that milk out the cow, and then you wanted to do what? I'm telling you right now, don't let nobody dry your milk up. Don't let them dry your tits up, pumping all that milk out your ass, and the next thing you know, you going to slaughter. If he is not willing to propose to you after a certain amount of time, that's just like last night. We sitting out there doing, the auditions and everything, and King James gonna sit up there and talk about here, introduce somebody to his kids after 2 years. Bitch, the hell? The hell? 2 years? After 2 years, I've already moved on, had a baby, and bought a brand new house, got a car and a minivan sitting outside, bitch. 2 years. If you don't know that you want to marry somebody within a certain time frame, and I don't know what that time frame is for you, but if you haven't made a decision about that within 2 years, and I'm just meeting your kids after 2 years, we ain't meant for each other. But anyway, let me get back to Cole and Maria's story. So he breaks up with her. He decides that she's going to come over and she's going to be with him. And the family is excited about it. He picks her up from the airport. He has, 20 dozens of purple flowers. And she's happy to see him. He's happy to see her. They get back to the house and the family is excited. They all run out. They grab her bags. They just make her feel welcome. And she was like, oh my God, they just made me feel so welcome. They go into the house. It's Halloween. They're preparing, their little pumpkins and stuff like that. And so this is the first time that she has the opportunity to, carve a pumpkin, because she said that this is something that they don't do in Colombia. And she didn't want to stick her hand down in there and pull out all the seeds and, the stuff that nasty stuff that you got to pull out of a pumpkin. And so the family was like, no, you got to do it. So she did that, and she embraced that challenge and everything. And they were just trying to really get to know her. The next couple of days, he had a party, which was a welcome party for her, but it was a Halloween party. And he had a bunch of his frat boys and everybody there, and they drinking out of funnels and all that old kind of stuff. But prior to that, they were talking about their what costumes they was going to wear. And he had one of those Pharaoh kind of costumes, and he was supposed to wear this black shirt with it, but he said that he wanted his chest to be out. The two of them have had problems because of his infidelity. Well, not infidelity, because he wasn't really married to either one of them, but because he was dating her at the same time that he was engaged to somebody else. The two of them, really had some problems in the relationship. So when he was trying to put on this Halloween costume, she was like, no, bitch, you're not going to have your chest bare. Well, y'all know his chest was bare when he came down the steps, right? Okay? So basically, he doing what he want to do. He's still a frat boy. And of course, the girlfriend, Carrie, goes over there and she approaches her and was like, how are you feeling about him cheating on, cheating or being engaged in line? And she was like, you know what, that's in the past. Boo, I'm here now. At the end of the day, the two of them got married, okay? They got married, I guess, like 40 some days as well. They got married to one another at the Justice of the Peace as well. And they are happily married and living together. I see, if I had to give this episode a rating, because it was a segment after segment, but I said, the hell with this. This is so raggedy and scraggly. I'm going to go ahead on and do it in one whop. I thought it was going to be, something, but I was like, bitch, this is nothing. If I had to give this a rating, I would give it a D-. And I understand why TLC made it one of those kind of shows where it was just, straight up on the internet and not on mainstream TV. Because I'm going to tell you right now, we would have been throwing tomatoes at the television screen. We would have been mailing tomatoes to their headquarters in New York. Like, we wouldn't have had it. 90 Day Fiance fans don't need this kind of stuff. Like this right here. Like, we like now, we like a happy ending sometimes for some couples. But there is no way, if they had put this on television, that we would have swallowed this as the fans. We'd have went the hell off on their asses. Anytime I can wrap this up in how many minutes? 40 minutes? It was a dud. So guess what? 90 Day Fiance just landed, just fucking landed. And it was a crash landing. I appreciate y'all for being out here. I'm so glad that we had the opportunity, y'all, that I finally found out how to do the live. I'm glad that it notifies y'all, because I have been on the phone with the help desk trying to figure out how that works. And I'm glad that I was able to do this. So this will be out here for 2 days. I will be releasing it to the public on Wednesday. Yeah. So I am going to also be giving you all, are they going to have any more episodes? No, Sonia, that was it. Yeah, Nina, honey, let me tell you, boo, you didn't miss a damn thing. You ain't missed nothing. I done wrapped this up in 40 minutes. Y'all know 90 Day Fiance, I be kikiing and doing all kinds of stuff. Like, this was a damn dud. That was boo boo. Okay, that was it. Hey Breezy Lee, hi boo. So yeah, that was it. So I received some tea in my box. And now that I know how to do this, y'all expect another notification because I'm going to drop this tea. And I'm going to drop this tea for members only. Love y'all. Yes, I love this.